Hey everybody, it's Gloria Ortiz with Real People Realty, or some of you may know me as Glow, as in hashtag Go with Glow. Today's Formation Friday video was actually going to be with attorney Brian Turney. You guys may remember him. We've done a couple of videos in the past, and we were going to do one on estate planning for you. But because of what's going on in the world right now with the coronavirus and the stay-at-home order, Brian and I are practicing social distancing, so we were not able to come together to do that video for you. But I still wanted to put a video out because the whole purpose of my Formation Friday videos is just to give you some extra information, maybe some information you didn't know before you watched this video. If it can't help you, maybe it can help somebody else that you know. And so I still wanted to put something out, and I kind of want to piggyback off of the estate planning and talk about conversations. Have we had certain conversations in our household? In my experience of helping many families with real estate, I noticed that it's one or the other spouse knows all the information. So it's never been both. It's usually one or the other. So I actually happen to live in a household that way where my husband prefers for me to handle all the paperwork, all the budgeting, all the bill paying. He's kind of always been that person who comes home and just puts his check on the table and just trusts is that I'm going to take care of everything, which I have for the last 20 years. But it just got me to thinking about 15 years ago, if something was to happen to me, my husband doesn't know anything of who we pay, why we pay, what's the account number, what phone number do we call, how do we pay them. And so I decided to create a binder for him, just kind of detailing everything that I take care of, everything that we pay, how we pay it, any information that he would need about anything that I handle in my house would be detailed for him in this binder. He is also a very superstitious person, so he has never read this binder. He feels that when he does, or if he does, something's going to happen to me, so he just chooses not to. So I continuously update this. Every time I update it, I put a new revised date at the top. Our wills are in here, our living wills, any pension, 401k, how many death certificates he would need if something happened to me. And so it got me to thinking, have you had that conversation in your house? First of all, if you both don't know what's going on, have you told your spouse, this is what we do, this is how many accounts we have, this is the account number I use for this, we pay it by automatic withdrawal, we pay it when I go on the internet. Do they know that in case something was to happen to you? Number two is, have you had the conversation of what your wishes? Does your significant other know? And if you're not married, does your family know? Do your children know? Your wishes. Do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated? Do you want to be an organ donor? I know these are hard conversations to have, and nobody likes to have them. But my way around it was just to create a binder for my husband that he can refer back to, God forbid if anything happens to me and he needs to refer back to it. And there's a couple other people who know where I keep this book and know that this book exists. So if something was to happen and my husband needed someone to step in and help him out, you would be able to do that, because this is literally written so that you could understand everything that goes on and when it happens. So I just kind of wanted to pose that question to you. Have you had those conversations? Do you know each other's wishes? Do you know everything there is to know about the household? If not, you may want to think about creating something like this. And it doesn't have to be a binder. It could be a folder. It's no fancy paperwork. It's something that I just did on Word. I typed it up. I have it saved, so when I need to revise it, I can. And do they know, do you have insurance? Where's the insurance policy? Have you bought a plot already? Do you want to be buried with a certain relative? These are all just questions that we hate to ask, but we don't want to be trying to figure that out if something has happened. And now we're trying to mourn that person not being here, but yet we know nothing of stuff that maybe we should know or have access to know. So I hope somebody found this helpful. And as usual, if you have any questions for me about real estate in general, my contact information is on this page. Feel free to reach out, and I'll see you guys next month, hopefully with Brian. Thanks.